and a very good afternoon to everyone. So just going to do a quick summary and a recap of the major news from the weekend. So that was that the ECB is considering placing a yield spread cap on government bonds. Now this is running German press and is likely to gain attention over the course of this week and today's session, as it already has. So notably today we have seen the German finance ministry say that they don't know of any such plans. We've seen the Bundesbank come out in their monthly bulletin saying that they remain critical to ECB bond buying, and the ECB themselves have come out and said it's wrong to speculate over decisions that haven't been taken yet. So again, this German press report said that they are considering these measures. Now there's certain points that are worth bearing in mind with this that makes it quite unlikely that the ECB will impose these conditions, and that's partly because of the conditionality that the ECB has now imposed on the buying of government debt. Notably from their Governing Council meeting, they said that aid would have to be requested from the EFSF first, so if it was perhaps Spain or Italy, they would have to go to the EFSF and ask for aid before the ECB could intervene. Now this would mean that if the yield spread over the German benchmark did go to a certain level, the ECB couldn't just step in, they would have to wait until a request for aid was granted. Now, as well as this, if the German 10-year did see quite a bit of movement, some volatility, this again would alter the levels at which the ECB could intervene. They couldn't just set a cap and decide to intervene at that moment. And as well as this, the ECB at the last minute meeting did say that they would concentrate purchases in the shorter end. Again, this seems less likely, more difficult to impose caps on those shorter ends as they do fluctuate quite a lot, especially against the German 2-year, for example. So again, that was the major news, that the ECB is considering these yield caps. This will garner attention throughout the whole week, because as well as that, we are waiting for Spain to request a bailout for the banking sector as a whole, still waiting to see if they do indeed request it for their country, as their regions do continue to struggle. But it is worth bearing that in mind. As well as that, we do have some central bank releases this week. They have their FOMC minutes for their August meetings. This will garner attention this week, likely to be the biggest event. It'll be interesting to see if there's any hints towards stimulus later on this year. But for the time being, that is enough from me. We'll have another wrap up for you around the Wall Street closing bell. But in the meantime, have yourself a great afternoon.